President Trump is putting police militarization into overdrive. So we got this news yesterday. President Donald Trump will repeal restrictions that former President Barack Obama placed on police access to excess military gear, allowing the federal government to immediately resume handing out free bayonets, grenade launchers, tracked armored vehicles such as tanks, and other equipment to law enforcement departments around the country. Trump will sign an executive order on Monday that repeals the limits Obama placed on the access to some military surplus items in 2015. Obama's move followed the provocative response to the August 2014 unrest in Ferguson, Missouri, where St. Louis County police officers atop armored vehicles pointed sniper rifles at peaceful demonstrators in broad daylight. Policing experts in a report for the Justice Department found that the police actions inflamed tensions and violated constitutional rights. So, of course, Jeff Sessions and Donald Trump, after hearing that, hey, these uber-militarized police violated constitutional rights, they said, great, where do we sign up for more of that? You know, we're law and order, that's what we're law and order. And, of course, by law and order, what we mean is the people we like, so us, people like Joe Arpaio, who Trump just pardoned, law enforcement officials, we get to not abide by law and order. So we get to be criminals and thugs, but since we have the badges and the uniforms, it's okay, and we get to violate constitutional rights of poor white people and black and brown people. That's what they mean by law and order. Every time you hear them say law and order, in your mind, just immediately substitute it with, what that means is we get to do whatever we want and declare that it is law and order, even when we violate law and order. So they think it's law and order for the police to violate the constitutional rights of peaceful protesters. They go, yeah, that's law and order. You got to listen to the officer. But wait a second, that's not law and order. Law and order would be you following the law as well. But no, in Trump's mind, hey, I just pardoned Joe Arpaio, who was convicted on multiple crimes. But somehow I believe in law and order, even though I literally just pardoned a criminal thug. So see how they think? You got to tap into the mind of the far right here to understand what's going on. For them, law and order is we do what we want, you fall in line. Law and order for you, for us, we get to violate it and declare it's law and order. And let me ask you a question. When is the military, how often will there be a situation where police need grenade launchers and tanks? Now, look, don't get me wrong. I don't go uber lefty on this one where, you know, like in Europe, for example, the police don't even carry firearms. Okay, well, that's Europe. Here we have much more lax gun laws. So what are you going to do? You're going to have the police out there with no firearms when the, you know, whatever criminal is out there could have a firearm? No, I don't agree with that. But having said that, do you need literal military gear? No, this is a police force. It's not supposed to be an occupying army, which is what it becomes when you give the police fucking grenade launchers and tanks. So, would I totally disarm the police? No. But would I give them everything that's available to the military to use in a battle in fucking Fallujah or Kandahar? No. So, and even Rand Paul, to his credit, came out and said, what are you doing? And by the way, this isn't conservative. Rand Paul says, hey, look, I'm a libertarian. If you believe in conservatism, you're supposed to believe in small government. Small government means not arming the police to the teeth to be an occupying army in the streets. We're not looking for martial law. Conservatives are supposed to fear, oh my God, we don't want martial law. We don't want to give the government too much power. But you have the authoritarian brand of conservative that Trump is more aligned with and that Jeff Sessions is definitely more aligned with. And they're like, no, we believe in small government for other things. We believe in small government when it comes to taxes for the rich. We don't want the government taxing the rich more, but we believe in big government when it comes to the police. Yes, we want to occupy poor neighborhoods with tanks and fucking grenade launchers and bayonets. What are we, what is it, 1928? Bayonets. The fuck are you talking about? So it's just, it's not, it makes the images that come out of the United States look like images from third world nations. You know, when you see police using all these fucking different kinds of military grade weapons, and you got these peaceful protesters marching, as we've seen time and time again. And it's just the wrong path to go down. I'm not saying you totally disarm the police, but you definitely don't give them military grade weapons, man. I mean, that is a bad idea. And it shows you their mindset. That in the minds of guys like Trump and Jeff Sessions, when you arm the police to the teeth and when the victims of police brutality shoot through the roof, they don't care. Because again, in their mind, hey, if the police do it, it's justified by definition. That's what civil asset forfeiture is. Civil asset forfeiture is legal robbery by cop. They get to take your money and say, or your property, your car, whatever it may be, and say, I am hereby declaring that this was about to be used in a drug deal. They don't have to have any evidence. They could take it, and then they flip the burden of proof onto you, and it's almost impossible for you to get your property back or your money back. So it's just, cops can just pull you over and take your shit. And oftentimes, they're allowed to take that and use it for their own police departments. We've covered stories of, police departments adding a whole new break room and having a fucking margarita machine that they got with funds taken through civil asset forfeiture. So we have legalized robbery by cop. And guess what Jeff Sessions did? He increased that. He increased it. He said, yeah, we're going to double down on this approach. So if cops use military-grade equipment and do police brutality, if cops rob you through civil asset forfeiture, it's fine. It's fine. That doesn't count as a crime. Even though there's more property and money stolen through civil asset forfeiture than there is through regular burglary. So cops are robbing people more than robbers are robbing people. But in Jeff Sessions' mind, in Donald Trump's mind, what do you mean? That's not a problem. Now here, let's give these people tanks and fucking grenade launchers. Anything else you want to give them? You want to give them, anti-aircraft missiles? Why not throw in some nuclear weapons while we're at it? Why not? Fuck it, right? You only live once. Chemical weapons, biological weapons. You tell me, man. Hey, there's no holds barred here, right? It's just a bad path to go down, but they're going down that path as fast as possible.